More women than ever are pursuing careers in the STEM sector. Despite this, women are still underrepresented, especially in more senior roles. Their voices are going unheard, harming innovation. But this problem isn't new. This is Ada Lovelace, often called the world's first computer programmer for her work on Charles Babbage's analytical engine. Lovelace was the first person to publish what we would now call a computer program. And this is Grace Hopper, aka the Queen of Code. The computer programs that underpin much of the technology that we take for granted today depend on Hopper's pioneering work on compilers and on programming languages that used English words as commands. Aside from their shared brilliance, these women had one other thing in common. They weren't listened to. Ada Lovelace's visionary ideas for how the analytical engine could be used to create music and graphics were ignored, and Grace Hopper's proposal fell on deaf ears for a full 3 years before she could persuade anyone to take notice. Today, the STEM sector is still missing out on so much of what women have to give. That's why I started Ada Lovelace Day in 2009. To recognise and celebrate the amazing achievements of women in STEM, with the hope of inspiring many more.
I've challenged the status quo. I want to be different, and that's what I'm doing.
We live in a time of accelerating change. Nobody can afford to stand still.
The next breakthrough on the level of Newton or Einstein will be made by women.
Every October, the day is marked by a host of events around the world, giving everyone the opportunity to hear from amazing women in STEM.
It honestly is the most rewarding thing to design things and actually see people using them. So I really believe that Ada Lovelace Day is one of the bits of structure that we need to build that bridge, to close the gender gap and to shatter the stereotypes that have led to discrepancies in the engineering and STEM workforce in general.
When I think back to how Ada Lovelace Day has evolved over the last 15 years, and I think about the women who've been inspired by our work, I am enormously proud. But the world has changed a lot since I launched Ada Lovelace Day in 2009, so we are having to change too. Organisations supporting girls and women in STEM are closing at an alarming rate due to a lack of funding. And companies are cutting back on diversity and inclusion work and scaling down their commitments to equality. So we are exploring new ways to support women in STEM. If you'd like to find out more, visit our website at findingada.com. Help us make sure that those Grace Hoppers and Ada Lovelaces in your company and across the sector are being heard.